Hello everyone, welcome back to Splash. In today's video, we'll be looking at 5 of the most absurd cases on the TLC reality TV show, My 600 Pound Life. My 600 Pound Life is a reality TV show focusing on the weight loss journey of the morbidly obese. With the help of the show's reoccurring Dr. Now, these people attempt to get their lives back on track. Many cases see a glimmer of hope. But in this video, we'll see the strange and sometimes dark places some people end up in while trying to drastically change their entire lifestyle. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This really helps us out and allows us to create more great videos for you to enjoy. Also, be sure to stick around to the end of the video to see the most dramatic thing that has ever happened on My 600 Pound Life. It probably isn't what you think. Alright, let's get on to the video. Number 5. Chad Dean. Chad Dean was a typical long-haul trucker. He was the breadwinner of his family and helped secure their future. Unfortunately, this line of work usually means unhealthy meals and limited physical movement. The job caught up with Dean and he ballooned to 701 pounds. Dean was no longer able to fit into his truck, so he couldn't work to provide for his family. He was now completely dependent on his wife and kids to do everything for him. The only income he received was from his disability checks. That means he was earning about the equivalent of a minimum wage worker. That's less than half of his earnings as a truck driver. Dean's wife became increasingly worried and sent out a tape to My 600 Pound Life. Dean was accepted and suddenly realized the severity of his situation. He became extremely motivated and eventually dropped down to 295 pounds. And he kept the weight off, which is incredibly hard to do after being morbidly obese. His motivation? He wanted to be the best for his wife and kids. Number 4. Chuck Turner. Many traumatic events can lead to a person gaining an extreme amount of weight. For Chuck Turner, his turning point was when his wife was murdered. Turner reached a low point after the tragic death of his first wife and eventually put on an unhealthy amount of weight. He ate and ate in order to deal with his stress and depression. Turner later married another woman, Nisa. She had a son, and now Turner had a family. This didn't stop him from putting on the pounds. He eventually weighed 693 pounds. Through his journey on the show, Nisa was tired of dealing with his obesity. She decided to do something drastic and eventually took her son and left Turner all alone.
It's hard. It's a very scary reality. I better wake up and get serious.
Dealing with his struggles solo, Turner remained focused and was able to lose 2/3 of his body weight. Now a healthier man, Chuck Turner is able to keep up with the demands of his job, and he soon hopes to find the love of his life. Number 3. Jolynn Whitworth. Jolynn Whitworth took an unconventional approach for her weight issue. Weighing in at just over 600 pounds, Whitworth was known as the Fat Girl Rock Star. This is due to the fact that she would join fat acceptance groups around the world. These groups usually consisted of men who loved overweight women. She eventually married a man who loved larger women. For a short time, this helped Whitworth accept her body, but soon she realized that being this morbidly obese meant she couldn't be the mother her daughter deserves.
Hannah says it doesn't bother her, but I know it does.
My weight is costing her a normal childhood.
I know I have to pick between being there for her and my addiction, but
Whitworth's journey was one of great success, losing half of her body weight and gaining a new lease on life. Usually, in these cases, the subjects' families would be proud and supportive. This was not the case for Whitworth. Her husband, Gareth, didn't approve of her extreme weight loss. He left her because she was becoming healthier and happier in life. He only wanted her because of her large weight. Fortunately for Whitworth, the two have since separated. Number 2. Henry Foots. Surgeries always have risks, but when someone is extremely overweight, these risks can be more profound. This was seen in the case of Henry Foots. Foots quickly became the show's first fan favorite. He was determined and held a sweet disposition. He had one goal, and that was to lose weight for his upcoming high school reunion. Foots achieved his goal and was able to get down to 275 pounds. In Foots' case, like many others going through extreme weight loss, he had to undergo surgery to remove excess skin. His first of such surgeries went well, but during his second skin removal surgery, something tragic happened. While on the operating table, Foots flatlined. Fortunately, doctors were able to resuscitate him. After the surgery, Foots was shaken but never gave up his determination. He told cameras, "There was the light to take me to heaven, but I wasn't ready, because there's so much here on earth I haven't." Foots had lost a huge amount of weight, was dead for a short time, and still came back grateful for his journey. Nothing was able to stop him. While his time on My 600-Pound Life is one to be celebrated, Henry Foots eventually passed away months after his episode aired. The cause of death was not stated, but in his obituary, it is written that he went home to be with the Lord. Number 1. Sean Milliken. Being overweight can put a lot of stress on the body, as seen in the case of Sean Milliken. Incredibly, at his heaviest, Milliken weighed over 1,000 pounds. That's about the third of the weight of an average car. During his appearance on My 600-Pound Life, Milliken weighed an astonishing 919 pounds. He holds the record for being the heaviest person on the show. Milliken's weight gain is mostly contributed to family problems in his early childhood. Much like many other subjects on the show, his parents divorced when he was 10 years old, and his relationship with his father dwindled. Milliken blamed himself for the downfall of his family. He weighed 150 pounds by the time his parents' divorce was finalized. He told the show, "I would eat and suddenly I felt a lot better. In that moment, nothing else mattered." While on the show, Milliken was able to lose a promising 400 pounds. This soon was proven to be wasted efforts because his mother continued to feed him junk. She even encouraged him to ignore the doctor's orders. That unhealthy lifestyle eventually got mixed with grief and caused Milliken to spiral into a worsening condition. Milliken eventually lost his mother due to kidney failure. He also lost his belongings after Hurricane Harvey hit and damaged his apartment. After a roller coaster of emotions and a fluctuation of weight, Sean Milliken eventually passed away to complications from an infection, which in turn caused a heart attack. He was 29 years old.
No, Sergeant. I was calling about Sean.
Okay.
And this afternoon, Sean had some difficulty breathing, and then his heart to stop, and then we resuscitated him, but he did not respond to it, and he did not make it.
Oh, God. So he has passed away?
Yes, he did.
Okay. Thank you for all you've done for him.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. See you all in the next video.